I'm ready when you are.
I'm ready. I'll open, you can close again.
All righty.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the National Capital Curling Center, home of the Potomac Curling Club. And today we are watching a event game in the USWCA 5 and Under Open Brunch Spiel. Winning team gets a no expenses paid ticket to the 5 and Under U.S. National Championships in Hibbing, Minnesota. Welcome. Thank you all for tuning in. My name is Joe Rockamach. I am joined here at the 8-foot folding table by
Alan McNeil, and we also have Dylan on the controls.
Fantastic. So both teams already got 2 games under their belt that they've won them both. Winner goes to the A event semis, loser to the D event. And let's take a gander at the lineups. For the Misfits, they all play at Peachtree, but they're representing different clubs for this event.
Long story, don't ask.
Exactly. So the lead is Tom Strauss, Justin Canfield is second, Alyssa Parks is the vice, Josh Newborn is the skip. And Alan, who are they playing against?
They are playing against Plan B from the Pittsburgh Curling Club. They're all actually from the Pittsburgh Curling Club. Constantin Koehler is the skip. Ian Andrew is the vice. Olivia Koehler is the second. Yes, they are related. And Rob Regets is the lead. So coin flips have occurred or have not occurred?
They just tossed.
They just tossed. We didn't see the result, and we don't have one of those fancy NFL officials with the whole, this is the thing, unfortunately. Oh! At least one of the curlers for Misfits was at Arena Nationals earlier this year. I recognize Alyssa Parks.
That's Tom Straub, not Strauss. My apologies. Here we go. Oh, already getting right set to it. So, Misfits, they're going to be throwing the yellow rocks, and Pittsburgh throwing red rocks.
Okay. And other games going on this draw over on sheet A. This is another A event quarterfinal. Green Eggs and Ham, which represents Potomac, against Broomstoned from the Broomstones Club. And then over on sheet C and D, we actually will be saying goodbye to 2 of these teams at the end of this draw. They are in the B event quarterfinals, and that's the first level where if you lose, you're done. On sheet C, Team Fabian from the Jersey Pinelands will be playing against Crab Benedicts from Potomac. On sheet D will be Just Druitt from Jersey Pinelands against Emotional Wreck from Potomac. Jersey Pinelands has 2 teams at risk in this draw. And of course, we'll keep you up to date with scores and all of that as appropriate. Welcome to those of you playing on or watching along on the stream. If you got any questions, for example, we're being told that a big chunk of Pittsburgh is here watching.
All right.
And that would be from Jackie Temple. Hey, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie. Our wonderful friends from Pittsburgh Curling Club.
Yes.
I'm sure we'll see a bunch of you guys at the Cherry Blossom Bonspiel in March. And Alan, have you been over to their club yet?
I have not had that opportunity. I keep waiting to get a chance to go to a Spiel. Every single time I'm like, I got a team I can go. By the time I get the Spiel's full.
Well, you change that. Get to that club. I was there for the Tropical Curl over the summer. Had a wonderful time.
It is on my list of things that I damn well want to do. I just can't make it. I want to go to Pittsburgh. I want to go to Cape Cod, and I'm going back to Rochester this April.
Oh, very good. For the
we're going for the Card Spiel.
The Card Spiel.
Yes.
What's it called?
It's It's Curling the Gathering.
Curling the Gathering. That's it.
Which is a great event. I'm going to give it a cheap plug because I believe in it. It is actually an event it's designed for charity. There is a charity in Rochester that assists families of kids who, it's kind of like a Ronald McDonald House, but not associated with McDonald's, that sort of thing.
Yep. And serves the greater Rochester area, I assume?
Based in Western New York in general, I believe. And the other cool thing about the Card Spiel is have you ever wanted to throw 9 rocks in an end?
Absolutely.
Force your opponent's skip to throw both of their skip stones at once.
Yes.
Be able to stand there on the far hog line in a Charlie's Angels pose while the other team throws.
Absolutely.
Ever wanted to do that?
Yes.
You want to go to Card Spiel because the whole conceit of the tournament is that you do an open auction, funny money, but for power-up cards that you can play at inopportune moments or opportune moments to confuse and disconvenience
to add embellishments to the game.
Yes,
let's say.
Exactly.
Yes. All right. So with that, I think
that's enough of that.
Yeah. So we got some rocks in play here. We've got the Misfits sitting back 8, Pittsburgh sitting top 4. Misfits with a center guard. Again, Plan B has Hammer in the first end. And this is
B is throwing yellow.
B's throwing yellow, yes.
Okay.
This is Justin
are
Canfield.
You sure? I asked
Misfits,
that question about whether yellow has.
Am I wrong? I think I'm wrong.
Red
I'm
has
wrong.
hammer.
Red has hammer.
They did not. They just didn't move the hammer. But because red's still got 6 stones down here, yellow's still got 5.
You know why I'm confused is because there's a gentleman on the Misfits team
wearing yellow on his uniform.
Well, he's wearing a Pittsburgh Pirates top.
Which is yellow and black because that's how they
So that
how
should
they
be
roll.
that should be okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then they should have chosen yellow.
Yes.
That's on them. That's their fail. That's their fail.
All right.
Okay.
So.
Although if they had the gentleman who's got the yellow jacket on the other team would have rocked. So
yeah, that's right.
I guess there really was no winning.
So here's Olivia Koehler. She's going to be throwing second for Plan B. Red rocks, as we've already established.
I am told by reliable sources that Olivia is a titan of industry. Want to know how I know that? It's right there on the screen.
Very good.
I don't know what that means. I'm not sure I want to know. Stone is on the way, looking like they're trying to put a second one into 4 foot behind the guard. Did they get past the guard?
Looks heavy, but if she's going to want to
chip
pick
out
that yellow one instead.
She'll stick in the 8.
Pretty good Plan B shot, ironically enough.
Ironically enough, from Misfits. No, that was Plan B, right?
Plan B. That was Plan B.
Plan B throwing a Plan B.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I promise by the end of the game I will successfully identify which teams are on which.
The lead and the vice for Misfits have their names on their shirts, so that helps.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, Alyssa Parks, actually from Misfits,
Played at Arena Nationals?
Was at Arena Nationals.
Yeah.
That was actually her farewell game with her team from Rocket City.
Oh.
She moved, or they moved actually, I believe, if I remember what I was informed at the Arena Nationals.
Yeah.
They actually played very well. They did not win the whole event, but they made it into the playoffs, and I do not recall if they were in the finals or if they got eliminated in the semis. But
good for them.
They played very well.
Yeah.
And she actually was a skip on that team, as I recall. She's not throwing skip on her Misfits team. At least not this game. She is vicing, though. I do not know Josh Newborn. I do not believe he was on. I do not recognize Josh from anybody else on the ice from this. So apparently, Alyssa is the only one from there. And actually, Alyssa has the various Arena Nationals patch on the uniform.
Yes, I noticed that. Yes. But it looks like she's representing Houston today, and that is a. Oh yeah, she's wearing a Houston jacket.
She may have been from Houston, not Rocket City. I may have gotten that flopped in my head.
And that is a sharp jacket.
Yes.
I love that astronaut with the curling broom.
Yeah, so that was what was making me think Rocket City.
But but Houston, you put together a lovely, lovely jacket. So her first rock is away here in number 1. Again, the winning team here gets a trip to the U.S. Curling 5 and Under National Championship with one exception. And that is the team on Sheet A. Alan, as you mentioned in the previous broadcast, the team from Potomac won a USCA 5 and Under qualifier up in Albany a couple of months ago. And what happens if they win this event?
If they win, if Team Green Eggs and Ham, which is that team from Potomac that already has their ticket booked, were to win this event, the team that they defeat in the A final Sunday afternoon would get the berth.
Very nice.
So future cult leader Ian Andrew is preparing to throw his stone.
Okay, because that's what it says.
From Plan B, because that's what it says.
That's right.
I don't know.
I remember between the games here when we were doing the ice, Olivia was like talking to Ken Clark, our guru,
setting it all up.
Yeah, giggling and setting it all up.
Right.
So I'm glad we made that happen. I hope Plan B is enjoying it. I hope the fans.
And by we were doing the ice, you mean that
one person
Craig from the club, Craig Marquardt, was doing the ice all by himself. But it is lovely ice, and he got it done on time, which well done, Craig.
And we thank you very much for doing that, Craig.
Yes, absolutely. Shout out to Craig.
And if anyone from Potomac is watching, why don't you come down and volunteer?
I actually believe.
Come on down and do it. Help us out.
At the moment, if you're listening on the webcast and you like hearing commentary on the webcast, please show up for the next draw because there won't be anybody doing it. Because Joe apparently has to go engage in expensive commerce, and it's my birthday weekend, so I'm going home.
Yes.
My wife would like to see me.
All right, back to the action. We got, let's see here. There's a lot of yellow rocks sitting in front, guarding one red one.
So lots of raise opportunities if they want to play. Well, actually, really only one of those is actually a raise opportunity. The triangle's a little problem. But that is kind of what it looks like they're doing. The stone's online. We're gonna see a tap. It's not gonna be heavy enough, but
it's gonna sit second.
Yeah.
That's second.
Yeah, I will believe you.
Yeah, that looks like the red one in the back's got a pretty good chunk of the.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting a look of on the overhead. Yeah, it's definitely definitely second.
So this is Ian Andrew with his second shot here, playing a pretty wide come around that yellow guard on our right. If he sinks it,
if he
the
gets
deuce is looking pretty good.
Looking promising. This sweepers are on it as though they're a little concerned about the line because they're really just pushing.
Just the one.
Yeah, they're not both scrubbing hard.
I think he's got plenty now.
But he's on the guard.
Oh, he's on. Oh, that was close.
And that's why they were pushing, because they were concerned about they were going to be on the guard.
Almost.
Unfortunately, they rubbed the guard. And actually, that's even doubly problematic because that pushed the guard over. There is now a nice, neat little draw for the Misfits over to tap that red stone that's currently shot back.
Yep.
And frankly, if they tap it far enough, they could be lying too. I don't think they're going to have enough steam on the stone to push that red back that far.
But a little freeze is perfectly
acceptable. Who actually has hammer? Misfits has hammer?
Misfits has hammer.
Misfits has hammer.
One red, yellow, red. Yellow, red, yellow. No, they do not. Plan B has hammer.
Okay,
yes,
so
they just haven't changed
the
scoreboard.
They did not change the little scoreboard.
Yes.
I don't think any of the games have changed the scoreboard.
No.
I think they're deliberately doing this to confuse us and our audience of dozens.
It worked.
A apparently has it right. Is that what I'm being told? Okay, I'm being told by our wonderful operations team that the game on sheet A has hung the hammer correctly.
Good job, guys.
Thank you. We thank you.
And C too.
C is also correct. Okay.
And D as well. All right.
So really it's just B. Okay.
Well, the confusing clearly worked, so good job, guys.
All right, Dan, you know the whole draw thing?
That was beautiful.
Right there.
That was a really nice
well-played rock, because that rock, you're not going to get that rock out, because anything that's going to have enough steam to remove it ain't going to be able to get past the guards up top, and anything that taps probably doesn't take it far enough off. I mean, shut the end down. It's going to be yellow one. And yes, unless yellow gets another one or somebody does something really weird.
Yeah, red's going to need 2 rocks to make something out of this, and it's going to need a miss out of.
Conveniently enough, they've got 2 rocks.
Out of Pittsburgh.
But what do you think they're thinking? What do you think their plan is?
I think their plan is to follow them down and at least just try to cut it down, because if they don't get to that yellow rock, then they could make then the Misfits could actually make a steal of 2 out of this.
By drawing around the other way?
Drawing around the other way, or drawing down on top of their yellow one and bumping the red one further out.
That's true, okay. So sweepers are on this for length, also a little bit for line. If the stone cuts, it's going to wreck on the guard pile. It's starting to cut. I don't know if it's going to get cut. It doesn't matter. It's way too light. Anyhow, okay, so they're not going to do that. That tap line is now shut off, probably.
I mean, the center yellow that's really hard. They're playing. Look.
So Allison's looking at, or
Alyssa's looking at it.
Alyssa's looking at it.
An in-off. I don't hate it.
In-off is not great. Are you sure that's not just a draw line
I think it is. I think she pointed to it. I think they talked the way out of it. I think she's just going to play again a hard, heavy draw on the yellow, bump the red out.
I think it was actually a point of okay, where do we need to be to make sure we get past this?
Yeah.
I think that might be a lot of room for a heavy draw, but it might be an okay room for
just a regular draw too.
Just a regular,
don't have to move it much
kind of thing. And they're taking another gander. They have concerns. Okay, they're skating back down now. Unusual for both the skip and second to be down there kibitzing. That's an unusual team dynamic.
It is.
I'm gonna go. That's just unusual. Tom Straub stayed down here, got the stone together, combined pace of play like a good lead.
Thank you, lead.
Well done, Tom.
Yes.
The rest of the team was down there having a chat.
All right, it's Josh Newborn, the skip for the Misfits. He's wearing an Alabama Crimson Tide sweatshirt, so I'm going to assume he's playing out of representing Rocket City.
That would make sense.
But I don't know.
Stone is on its way. It needs to cut. They are trying to push it. I think. Yep, they're past they're past the top guard. They're in the bucket, but they don't have the yardage. So
okay.
that chip came up short. Red throwing hammer? No, hammer time?
It is hammer time, yes.
All right, so what it appears they are left with is a very wide draw from our left to our right, attempting to, they don't just have to nibble the button, they have to take a big old chomp out of it. And that is, well,
Son of Bezos.
Why not? Having seen the last game, there is enough curl to do it, although the device is considering a different shot. Yep, he's called it. He's changed the shot. He wants to curl right to left now. That kind of makes more sense because they've seen the other stone.
Is he playing the in-off now?
No,
This looks kind of heavy.
That's
raise?
That's don't be light on the draw, Wade. Well, he's going to be playing the raise whether he wants to or not. Got the hit, does not have the angle.
All right, a gallon effort.
One steal yellow.
One
steal of
steal.
one for the Misfits. Plan B did not work.
So thanks everybody for tuning in. Looks like we got 27 here. And if there's anything you want to add to the chat, feel free. And yeah, if you got any questions or comments for us, let us know. I personally can't see the chat, but if Alan or Dylan can chime in, feel free. Thanks again for watching.
Newborn is apparently from Peachtree.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, which strangely enough is the one team from this group that we don't have on our list of teams that they're representing. Hey, we got a score on sheet A. Boy, do we have a score.
What did they do?
Yellow got 5.
Ooh, that's a lot of points.
Yellow was Green Eggs and Ham,
correct.
The team from Potomac that doesn't have to win this Spiel to go to Nationals. They're already going. And they went and got a 5 in the first end.
That's quite a statement.
That is, they're saying they came and they are ready to do things. And by things, I mean, I don't know what I mean, but it's scary. I know that much. Hey, we were also running some hammers on D and C.
Lots of rocks in both of those ends. Holy moly.
C is completed. I'm pretty sure red got at least one, maybe a couple. They're kicking some yellow stones. I think Emotional Wreck scored on D. They have not hung number. I take that back. They just hung a red 2 on C. Crab Benedicts got that 2. They have not hung a score on D yet. Dylan is virtually certain that yellow got 2. That's or alternatively, he's calling for a bunt down the third baseline. I'm not sure what the hand signal means. I do know that yellow is getting in the hack, and hey, they're hanging a number.
Crab Benedict
hey,
stole
Dylan, you
2.
are absolutely correct. Well done. Steal, Emotional Wreck took a pair, apparently with the hammer.
Crabs Benedict also steals 2.
No. Yes. So on D. Emotional Wreck, Emotional Outburst, whatever it is.
So we got so we're sporting. We got 3 home teams on the
yes,
on the sheets right now.
This is a Potomac heavy draw.
How do you like that? All right, Tom Straub, the lead for the Misfits, throwing his first rock and second rock and end number 2.
Yeah.
Just put one in the back 4 on his first one.
So actually, both games on C and D are Potomac teams trying to ruin the vacation for Jersey Pinelands teams.
Oh, you're right. That's right. They're both playing Jersey Pinelands teams.
Wow. That is draws are random, and sometimes things occur. So we would like to apologize to our fans from Jersey. We are being told that Olivia is a captain of industry because she began her own bean dip company.
Ooh.
Bean dip.
Bean dip company. Fantastic.
Why do we not have samples? That is the question that I am forced to ask. because I can get me behind some bean dip. All right, taking a look back here on our feature game, the thing we're supposed to be talking about, I am told by a reliable source. Red, which is...
Red had a quick flash.
Red
on the
is
first
plan
one.
B, yes?
Yes, yeah, and Constantin just called a corner guard to the right side.
Okay.
And it's looking pretty good so far.
So we're playing the, hey, I've got hammer strategy. I want to guard the corners.
And
I'm not going to worry about the 2 yellow stones in the house on the center line at the moment.
it's a lovely corner guard.
It is a very good corner guard, and Misfits skip Josh Newborn is playing straight out of the book. Hey, I got 2 in the house. Center guard sounds good. Okay, Jackie has made me an offer I probably can't refuse. If I come to a Pittsburgh Spiel, I will get some bean dip when I curl.
There you go.
I mean,
It's settled.
I mean,
It's settled.
I gotta find the rest of my team, but I'll figure it out. I can make that happen.
It's a really nice setup there for Misfits.
Yes.
Lovely center guard. Bit of it's exposed. Not fully, so Pittsburgh's going to try to go for it and chip that one out.
Tell you what, Jackie, why don't you come to the Cherry Blossom and bring some bean dip with you? We still got a couple out-of-town team spots available. Sign up now.
Okay, this is Olivia Koehler, as we already established. She's a bean dip magnate, and she is throwing her first rock in the second end. There's a lot of interesting folks in this sport, isn't there, Callan?
What are we?
I think she just threw it a little light, and it kind of just took off on her.
I believe that.
Yeah.
All right, so heavy enough to go through the house, not heavy enough to stay online. Yellow still lies too, and yes, we do have a number of interesting personalities in this sport. I'm already registered for Cherry Blossom. Yay, Jackie, send me a webpage and I'll actually have you deliver some bean dip, and I'm not actually joking. I could make my Thin Mint cheesecake for Cherry Blossom. That's it.
Did you just say the quiet part out loud?
Yes, I did.
All right.
Yeah, well, you know, my wife and I usually make some baked stuff for Cherry Blossom.
Yes.
Usually it's a cake, but I'm seriously considering, because it's coordinating nicely with when our Thin Mint order is going to arrive.
Yep.
I may make some Thin Mint cheesecake.
Oh, lovely.
It is in fact lovely.
I believe it. Wow, another nice guard there for Misfits.
So
looking at a really good setup here, I think.
Misfits is definitely setting up well for at least a force, probably a steal. And okay, so remember how last game we had the situation where one of the skips did not follow basic skip rule number 1,
and
which was not be afraid to clean up the front?
Absolutely.
On the other hand, look, this is why these guys are still in the A event.
She just popped right up and said, peel something out of the way
here. Peel something out of the way. However, it feels wide. It feels pushed.
It's still going out.
Yeah, that's not going to get the job done. So that is that's probably the most common error that newer curlers make when they're hitting off the center line, is the instinct to, whose birthday? It is Christine's birthday. Spiel coordinator Christine Dobbs, relatively new web, is having happy birthday sung to her by the Warm Room. Everybody say happy birthday, Christine.
Happy birthday. She even has a sash on.
Yeah. So, the question from June from ICE asking about the timing of the Cherry Blossom Bond Spiel. So the cherry blossoms are usually in bloom when we have our Bond Spiel, but it's usually still the early portion of the bloom, and the actual National Cherry Blossom Bond Spiel versus the Cherry Blossom Festival, we actually don't schedule them on the same weekend because it can be a real pain in the neck to get hotel rooms around here during the Cherry Blossom Festival.
But if you are coming from out of town, it is certainly worth the visit to go down to the district during your off time and check it out. If the cherry blossoms are in bloom, that's fantastic.
It is
If they're
beautiful.
not, still get down there. As you
And-
know, there's so much to see. So
and
get down there.
and we're not. The club is not that far from a metro
station?
so you can metro down. And if you ask nicely, we will specifically. We'll get you to the metro and pick you back up again. We'll make that happen. I'll make that promise. I'll do it if I have to. Okay, so Melinda is clarifying. Mindy rather. Are clarifying a little bit. The Cherry Blossom National Festival will be going on because that's like a 3-week thing. It actually opens on March 25th, which is
That's Saturday.
Yeah, and that's the Saturday during our Bonspiel.
Yeah.
So it will be going on, but the highlight of the things won't quite be there yet, and we can't guarantee. I mean,
It's all weather permitting.
yeah, cherry blossoms are natural things. When do they bloom? On their
When
own
they want to.
sweet time.
Yes.
Last few years, it's been a little early, but that may be a fluke.
I feel like there has been a year or two where they have been pretty in bloom during the event. But again, that's just dumb luck. It's the way it happens.
I am neither a horticulturist nor do I play one on TV.
So Pittsburgh was able to peel away one of the guards, and I think
it's being
Misfits
put
just
back.
going to put it back.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
They are lying 3 in the house and a steal of 3. A steal of 3. It's greedy to try to steal more than 3, frankly.
It is.
So they're perfectly okay with if they lose one of those 3. They want to guard the 2 that are on the center line, call it good. And, okay, so Jackie and June are both on the same team for the Cherry Blossom Bonspiel. I hope they're not in my pod. I really hope they're not. I don't want to lose to Jackie again. But no, we're looking forward. We're looking forward to have you and the other 25 traveling teams that will hopefully be here.
Yes.
Because we only have 6 teams from Potomac in that Bonspiel. All 6 spots got filled, although shockingly not immediately. My team got in on Thursday. All right, Vice. I'm sorry, Skip first. No, it is Vice.
It is Vice.
Final Vice Stone from Plan B's Vice, who is Ian Andrew. Coming in, he wants to hit that outside yellow and roll in, both to take
Looking
one
good
out.
from our
And
end.
and wow, you know,
That's really nice.
that shot is distinctly lacking in suck. There
Yeah,
is
that was
no
a
suck
great
to be
shot.
found in that shot.
I mean, yellow still won just barely, but boy, that changed the end quite different.
And
That really changed the end.
And that red is behind cover. Neither of those 2 stones are really subject to a direct takeout attack, because either takeout line that would remove that stone, frankly, wrecks it on that yellow in the back. That does yellow more good than red.
If they can make this
If
draw.
they could make it's a, I mean,
And if they
either
not, then
draw.
it changes the end completely on its head.
We've now moved into the 4-foot, and it's now becoming a who could find the button. This is an attempt to draw from Misfits skip Josh Newborn. Alyssa called the broom was just out at the edge of the 8-foot, so they're expecting about 4 feet of curl. That feels about right.
It's got to move quite a bit.
It's got to move
really
quite a bit,
hanging out
and
there.
it doesn't have the weight,
Doesn't have
I
the weight
don't
either.
think. I feel like all this is really kind of doing is actually it's going to come too deep to even spoil the draw line.
Okay, the door is open now for Pittsburgh.
Well, so if Pittsburgh could get okay.
I'm fine with that. If they want to try to get their 2, I don't hate it.
Yeah,
Obviously,
you
there's
gotta get rid of it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because then that'll force the other team that'll force Misfits to throw
Put
the
the
guard
guard
again,
back,
and then they can play the draw.
And they can play the draw.
I think it's a good thought.
And if the draw has just enough tap, they could get their 2. Although, well, okay, so
Figure out which one to get rid of.
They're considering the, or maybe are they looking at a possibility? They can't.
Not a double
run.
peel, eh?
No.
Okay, good.
I was considering they're thinking running.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to the hammer on sheet A. We just cut to overhead to see all that. This is the hammer from Brunstone on sheet A. They are probably they're drawing against 2 yellow. Stone is on its way.
I think the front end thinks it's heavy.
Front end thinks it's heavy.
All.
I agree with the front end. From
Skip
what I'm
just turned
seeing.
around, didn't even look at it.
Houston, we have problems. Sorry, Houston's on a different sheet. This is actually Wayland. We have problems. The only question at this point is it going to stop enough to be second shot? It is not. Brunstone gives up a steal of 2. That makes this 7-0 Green Eggs and Ham after 2.
Oh, is he going to shoot the gap?
He is
he's not.
He is going to double peel.
Okay, pretty good.
Mean, not really double peel. Well, a peel and a tap of the other one. There is a highway to that red stone.
Okay.
Whereas the red, they would want to be hitting the red. No, they want to be hitting the yellow stone, right? That was red that just threw it.
Right.
So there's a highway to that yellow stone. There's a highway to both stones. Let's just put it that way. Whichever of those 2 stones you want to get rid of, you can get to right now.
So it opened it. I mean, of course, Misfits are going to try to play this hit, no doubt. But it did open up at least the hammer shot for Plan B.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I do think that was a pretty good shot, even if it is going to open this thing up.
Given that Misfits is going to try to play the nice neat hit replace on that red, that's going to leave Plan B with a Plan A, which is probably a nose hit and stick, especially if this rolls a little bit and we have a bucket. It's hitting it to the outside, I think.
Okay.
Wow, that was a surgical extraction.
Yeah, no kidding. That was really nice.
I mean,
All right, so you're going to throw in a control weight hitter.
Yeah.
Hit the stick, and you got a lot of room to roll away. You got 8 feet to work with.
Yeah, I mean,
9 feet to work with, probably.
So the yellow skip is from Rocket City. Alyssa's from Houston. Therefore, they're good with vectors because that's stereotypical as hell. But I'm going with it. It was perfectly executed. So Plan B only has a Plan A, which is to get to the nose of, or at least close enough to the nose of this stone in the 4-foot, sit and take your 1.
All right, Constantin Koehler, he's the skip for Pittsburgh.
Constantin Stone, the front end is on it as a push. They're trying really hard to keep it straight.
I think it's too straight. I think they need to get off of it.
They need to let it go. What are we cheering about? They're doing the birthday cake now. They successfully
made that
made the shot, stuck around in the 4-foot, got their 1. We are tied at 1 after B.
Great.
Whose birthday is it now? Christine again?
Christine again, yeah. She gets it twice.
Wow.
All right, very good.
Weird. Okay.
Alan, I really like the weight that Constantin threw on that.
That was a very well executed shot. I was
a
little distracted by the sudden breakout of a happy birthday in the back. The important question is there cake? I demand to know, is there cake? Yeah, I don't.
I think eventually there will be. I don't see any out yet, but I think it's just an inevitability. Okay, we still got, let me see, are we looking at hammer on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Nope, not yet. I just want to see what the situation was here on sheet C. I think we've got 1, 2, 3. Still got plenty of rocks to go on that sheet.
Yeah, we don't have any.
All right.
Okay.
No, nothing yet on C or D.
Yeah, nothing on C or D.
Yeah.
And
all right, well, let's get back to the action then on sheet B.
Where we are tied 1-1 after 2.
This is Rob Regets.
Misfits have the hammer this end. Plan B just tied it up.
It's going to skirt just into the 12-foot, just a scooch wide. Not too bad.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
And Misfits is going to call a corner guard or in. Either one works. Just play to the wings.
So at 5 and under level, in the house is not a horrible strategy.
Not at all.
Because you can't guarantee that the other team's lead is capable of hitting.
Absolutely.
So it's you see that a lot. At the higher levels, no, you won't, because guards are important. But at the lower levels, when hits from the front ends are not a given, you'll frequently see teams load up the house early and then start playing guard games with the back end. All right, on C, we are getting ready to throw final red skipstone. It is not the hammer. Yellow has the hammer.
Yellow has hammer, yeah.
Red is up 2-0 with 3 in the 4-foot and a respectable guard farm out front. It looks to me, based on nothing but the broom, that the idea is to guard that up a little bit more. We're going to go to the overhouse view because D's hammer is coming in now. Just Drew It is looking to just draw it. Their mission
it just writes itself.
I
doesn't
know,
it?
right?
Oh my goodness.
Sometimes so their mission is a 30-second tour to seek out new 4-foots and explore new draw shots. They're doing so against an awful lot of yellow stones. This is not going to get the job done.
Ooh, just flashes.
Yellow scores probably 3. I say 3. They're taking a look.
Yeah.
Definitely 2.
Definitely
They're taking
2.
a look on the 3rd. Pretty confident it's 3. They have not kicked yet. They're taking the skip's taking another look, and another look, and another look, and
still figuring it out.
All right, was that we're going to measure this?
It sure looks like, because they're pulling rocks way by hand. That's always a sign that they're measuring.
This was okay. So we're gonna see a measure on D.
This will be a measure for
a third. Third yellow stone.
From my vantage point here, I think it's going to be yellow. But
I agree with you, but
let him do it. Take the measurement.
All right, and meanwhile, we have the hammer coming in on C. This is another situation where yellow's mission, should they choose to accept it, and they don't really have a choice, is to try to get into the 4-foot and deal with the 3 red stones that are in there. In this case, the proper answer is probably to attempt to tap that top one back, sit there, and kind of hope that you have the right results. That's what they're calling. I actually don't know that works.
Yeah, I don't envy the skip's position
I
here
feel
at
like
all.
I come in heavier on a hit. Too late now. Stone's on its way. Yeah, they're sweeping it hard as though they're concerned about line. Oh,
maybe
they're
some sort of raise?
They're doing a raise. They've got the hit part of the raise. Does it do the thing? It does not.
It does not do the thing. A gallant effort, though.
It could.
He cut it down. He cut it down.
Did do a cut down. Took it down to 2.
That's not a bad consolation
prize.
prize.
That's not the worst it could have been.
No.
Red does steal 2 to follow their take of 2 in the first end. Actually, I think that was their second consecutive steal of 2.
Yes, second consecutive steal 2.
To go up 4-0, grab Benedicts over Team Fabian in that win or go home B event game.
All right, so we're back here on sheet B, the feature sheet in the USWCA 5 and under open brunch Spiel Hill at Capitol Curling Center with the Potomac Curling Club. Pittsburgh versus a Peachtree / myriad of other clubs represented for this event.
Yes.
Rocket City, Houston, Morgantown, and Nashville.
Right.
And here is a little chip.
Doesn't take anything out, kind of moves everything around a little bit.
Red to shot, and it's tough for second.
Yellow
Shot. That's one in the back.
Shot on the back of the 8.
Yep. Okay. Yellow 1, red 2, 3 is too close to call, I think.
Concur.
What do you think?
I concur.
All right. Very good. So figuring out the measurement over here.
We are measuring over on D. We've got a spinorama going on. Decent form on the measurement. That looked
definitely
pretty
yellow.
Stiffly yellow.
Yep.
Yeah. So that is
3.
a steal of 3. Go up 5 zip after 2. So both of our sheet D games have had significant second end steals. And correct me if I'm wrong, both Potomac teams are currently beating the Jersey Pinelands teams.
That's correct.
Yes.
Almost executed that draw. Pittsburgh did just a scooch short, but boy, they've got that 4-foot closed up pretty good.
If you are confident in your tap game, they are in what we in the business refer to as a strong position.
Yeah, they got quite a wall bet up in the top of the 8-foot.
They literally cannot miss a tap back. They will tap something back. And that appears to be what's going on with this stone.
Well, Canfield is going to...
It feels hefty to me.
Yeah, no, yeah. Just
that's because Yellow's doing a takeout.
So they're going to try to take this out.
Good morning. These little naps during the event are so refreshing. And it looks like it's just going to be a proper place on 1. It did kind of roll over a little bit to make a potential tap of that center line red more difficult.
Yeah.
Still doable,
there.
But it
also still draw
rolled,
too.
I was going to say it rolled enough to the inside that the draw line is actually present.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what it appears they're calling.
I like that.
I don't hate it. Is this the part where we're on YouTube and we go, hey, if you're following us so we can do better on the algorithm, hit like, pound that subscribe button, do all those other things all the social media influencers tell you to do. I don't know either.
But I do know we've got, what, 43 followers
43
watching right now?
Yes.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. That's a nice number for an event like this.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to see that. So.
I actually want to just went away.
Thanks for watching.
And I think, actually, that's almost enough. We can almost make a penny off. Oh, we have a player down on C. He appears to be okay.
Appears to be all right. Just lost his hat.
Just a slightly bruised ego. Yeah, rub that spot on the ice. It's definitely the ice's fault. It's always the ice's fault when the player falls down. Every single time. All right, so we are getting down to the. We're in Vice Stones. Yellow's first Vice Stone. They have the hammer here in the third end. Red has 4 stones in the house. 2 of them are currently scoring. Yellow has 1 stone in the house. It appears that they're playing a tap-up on that.
It seems like awfully tight ice, though.
I concur on
Unless
that.
they're playing just trying to hit some more of those red ones.
I think they're hitting out with that. Well,
yeah, they're going to get that
come
red
across.
one.
No, they're not. They're gonna chop
boy.
the yellow and the red.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot about the hidden yellow in the back of the 8-foot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But that promotes that red into B shot. It's in my defense, the skip was standing over it.
Yes,
so
it was standing in the way.
But so red has now got shot. I'm not sure they threw. Not sure that was a brilliantly strategized shot there.
It seemed like to me they couldn't. Either the weight or the line were not jiving with each other.
Yeah, that was like the skip was caught between 2 shots.
Yeah.
And didn't fully commit to either one.
Yeah, yeah. So
been there,
Pittsburgh's
done that.
Yeah, no kidding. Pittsburgh's just going to put up a guard now that they got this shot rock, which was done by
currently
Misfits doing.
Yeah, currently not protected in the slightest. So they're going to try to give it. They're going to try to give it a friend. This feels wide, and it's still drifting out halfway down the sheet. That's going to have to. Well, and now they're pushing it to try to keep it wide. I think they changed the shot mid-ice.
Probably got it. Yeah, it's heavy too.
It's heavy too, so we're going to try
kiss.
We're going to kiss draw. No, it did kiss, but all that kiss actually did was change the angle sufficient so that it missed the yellow that it otherwise might have kissed off of, and went clear through, out of play, accomplishing nothing.
Yeah, my vantage point, I can see just about all of it. There's like just a hair buried, but not much.
Yeah,
not
that
enough
stone
to make it
has
a
no
difference.
protection. Alyssa Parks going after it, confident in their ability to do this. Stone's cutting early. We have a guard alert. Weep, 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 weep. Because this is on the. Is it?
They're holding it. They're holding it really well.
Wow, they held that
That's
well.
a great team shot.
And then it scoots over behind the
For
stuff
second.
on the other side.
Wow, what a beaut.
Second stone guarded on the. That was very well executed, and I'm being pointed.
We got a hammer
I'm being
on
told
A.
to go to A. We are hammering on A. Red.
This is Broomstone's drawing against 4?
I don't know that I want to talk about this right now.
Drawing against 4.
Yeah. Already down 7 in the third end. Sweepers are in that, I don't know.
No.
Stone's
going to wreck on
cutting
that guard?
hard. It is not. And as
Nope.
long as it doesn't wreck on
Okay,
that guard,
I think they're
going to
settle
end
it
up
back.
shot. Unless it rolls. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That is. That's another steal of 1.
Yes, it is.
For
On
green
the
eggs
plus
and
side,
ham.
it's only a steal
It's
of
only a
1.
steal of 1.
The trend is positive. It
Yes.
was 5 in the first end, 2 in the second end, just 1
1
here in
in
the
the
third end. If they can keep that momentum going, it might.
Could turn the tide-ish. I don't know,
That is
man.
unfortunate for Moonstones,
Yeah.
who was 2-0 to this point.
Yeah.
That's an A event battle.
Yep.
That's an A event quarterfinal.
Against an A event qualifier already.
Yeah, against a team that's already in nationals.
Yeah.
Feels like Benjo's team is kind of coming here to chew bubblegum and take names. And
They're all out of bubblegum. Yeah.
Now, I mean, what would you expect from the founder, or at least attempting founder of the Philippine Curling Association?
Yes. Yes.
So I don't believe they've achieved WCF recognition yet. But
they're working on it.
They're getting real
getting
close.
There. Yeah.
And if that happens, there's a not unlikely possibility I'll see them at the
Mixed national?
Well, no.
Or the Asia is like an Asia qualifier?
The rest of the world qualifier.
Yeah.
'Cause starting this year, it's North America, including Canada and the U.S., and any of the Brazil, Mexicos, et cetera, that play. And all of the Asian teams, and add in New Zealand. And basically, everybody that's not in Europe.
Yeah.
In a big competition to play down for 5 spots at Worlds. I think it's 5.
Wow. So if just counting off the top of my head, if he is successful in getting the Filipino Curling Association up, that would be the 4th different country that a member from our club will have represented here.
Are you sure it's only 4? I got Israel, I got Brazil, I've got the United States, obviously.
Well, no, I'm not counting the United States. I'm counting Taiwan.
That's true. I forgot about Taiwan. You're absolutely correct. Yep. And they're going to be in the A bracket next year for that.
Good for them.
They qualified out from the B by winning the B. So that's
quite a feather in our, not to toot our own horn here, but that's quite a feather in our cap.
Toot our own tune. Potomac Curling Club taking over the world, one nation at a time.
All right, so we've still got those 2 yellow rocks in the 8-foot are sitting shot. We've kind of have a slightly different modified wall.
Yeah, but it's an adequate wall.
Yeah. So
other than the fact that red has a relatively straightforward raise blast.
Yeah, they run this. They're sitting pretty then. They're going to be sitting 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 if they nose it. So this could be a real end turner here if Constantin Koehler can execute this.
This could change the look of things.
Yeah.
Is this his last stone?
This is his last rock, but of course Misfits has the hammer.
Sure. All right, let's take a good close look at this as it comes out. He's doing all of the pre-shot preparations. Good form. Classic slide. A little wobbly, little drifty on his foot. Not bad, though. He got it in line before the release. He's got enough speed to do the job. A sweeper is on it for line, but really it feels like it's just tuning versus actually trying to adjust it at this point. We have contact, we have bash in, we have spin in.
Okay, pretty good.
That is definitely shot.
Definitely shot. It's buried, too.
Yeah, but I feel like yellow has second. I don't feel like you got 2 out of that.
I
feel like the yellow over here on the left.
The one he moved on the left.
Yeah, is still second.
Yeah, but nonetheless, pretty good try.
Yeah, and it's
changed the end.
It's definitely in solid forcing position.
Yeah.
Unless Misfits want to try to shoot that gap.
From my vantage point, Alan, I don't see much at all.
So they're looking at using the redstone as an angle raise take candidate. The problem with that is high probability of jam, which, you make your take, but all you're doing is replacing one red with
what do you think about just drawing through that port in the center for one?
I think it's a better shot than this.
Yeah, I concur.
Because
obviously, I just said it.
Even if you execute this, I don't think you get any. You don't get. You get one out of it.
One, we think.
Because you're not throwing a Yellowstone into the mix, so the only one you might get is this one in the back.
But that doesn't do anything.
You expose the possibility, if you come over just right, you could raise that red on the T line back onto your yellow, and now you're giving red 4.
Yeah, well.
This is not a great idea in my mind.
Well, Josh Newborn, the skip, he's been throwing pretty good so far. So he just takes a step out of the box, composes thoughts, smart move. If you're not ready to throw it, then don't throw it.
I agree with you. The draw on the other side would have been a better choice.
But here we go.
All right, he's committed now. Stone's on its way. Hit-itis has probably claimed another victim. We'll see what happens. He's probably actually trying to do it in-off rather than a raise now that I'm thinking about it. But now it's definitely a pop. And, yep, there's 2 yellow. There's 2 red. Well,
we don't know. We think it's...
No, 1 red.
1 red.
On that camera, it looks 2-ish. On this camera, it's 1-ish. 1 red.
Okay.
Almost certainly. They've got to score... Pretty sure 1 red. Plan B steals 1, goes up 2-1 after 3. All right, yes. 2 of our games are in the 4th, just starting to start the 4th end.
We just started hammer. We just started skips rocks on sheets C and D, so we'll get back to you guys when we are looking at hammer on those shots.
Yep. And unfortunately, there's really only, unfortunately, it's our feature game that's close and competitive. The other games are getting a little lopsided.
It could get cold and lonely on sheet B relatively soon.
Cold and lonely on sheet B. I gotta say though, over on sheet A, Benjo's having a season to dream for.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, you recall when the team seeded Capital League, which is our competitive league here at the Potomac Club,
it was dead last.
Back to the beginning of the season, he was 20th out of 20 teams, which means he was one of the teams that was expected to not even qualify.
Yep.
They had to play a play-in game against the highest seeded team. They had to qualify, the 5th seed, it turns out, and they won that.
Yeah. In an extra.
In an extra end, coming from behind, as I understand it. They were down big, and then the other team just forgot how to score. They pulled it out.
Yep.
As I understand it, they're doing well in Capital League.
Yeah, they're sitting
middle
like
of the pack.
Middle of the pack.
Which is, for a Capital League team, that's great.
Yeah.
And then they got together and went off to play that qualifier in Albany. Not really, according to my understanding, they weren't really expecting to win that. It was a get some experience. They were planning on making their qualification run here.
Right.
They played the other one to get some experience, and oops, they won the thing.
They won.
And frankly, the way they're steamrolling through this thing, because I know that their first game yesterday was a demolition.
Yeah.
I didn't see their second game, but they obviously won that, and they wouldn't be here. And in this game, there's some talent going on here, and I look forward to hearing how they're going to do in Hibbing.
Uh, 44, that's a high score of the day so far, Alan. So thanks all for tuning in. I don't think we were above that for our first game.
We were 47 once.
Were we 47? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, and as soon as I said that, it didn't fall off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So now we're probably going to drop to about 26 now that I said that.
That's okay.
Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
Nonetheless,
all
let's
right.
see what we've got here.
On the way. He's attempting to do a tap and roll. I think he flashed it.
Just nudged it.
He's going to nudge it way over. It's not going to take it out. He's going to roll out. That's not...
Kind of liking that result if I am the Misfits.
Yeah, because that gives me the opportunity to split house pretty easily. Which you got hammer, you're only down one. Split house, skips deuce, take two, fine. No, you didn't, John.
All right, Tom Straub here, his second rock in number 4. Just going to try to split the house here like we just discussed.
Yep,
weight looks pretty good.
It's coming over here.
Looks like we're going to be
12 foot on the other
12
side.
foot. This is going to be a really nice stone.
And it's even got a good height. There's no, I mean, it'd be a cross house double in the first place, which is not a great, which is not a fun thing to try. But I mean, even if you want to try it, it's a shallow cross house double. That ain't gonna happen.
That ain't gonna happen.
It could, but I wouldn't.
Wouldn't it be neat if it did?
We could put it on YouTube. Oh wait.
Yeah. There we go.
So okay, hammer time coming up on C and D. C looks like they're going to throw. Actually, that's not true. Both games are probably going to throw their hammer at the exact same time because that's how we roll.
Whoa, C's got a pile of red.
C is this is not a 7. No, there's an incredibly high guard. This is not an 8-ender possibility. Okay. Well, it's yellow's hammer anyhow, isn't it? Never mind. Okay.
C is sitting. He's up against 6.
He is drawing or maybe hitting. He's playing against 6.
Oh.
Already down 4-0.
Already down 4-0.
Attempting to take 1. All right, we're going to talk about D first because that stone's already on its way. That is just Druitt throwing the hammer. They're down 5-0. They've already got 1. They're really just trying to draw for a second. Stone, I feel like this might be heavy. No, it's going to tap off. It's fine.
All right, great shot.
4 foot. Okay.
That's a great shot.
That is a great shot for 2. Just Druitt pulls back to 5-2 after 4 ends over there on sheet D.
That's Jersey Pinelands who just threw that there on the board.
Just threw that through. All right, we are settling in to see a do-or-die shot for Team Fabian against Benedicts on sheet C. Based on the broom, I think they're looking to kind of tap one of these reds and sit in the forefoot at the end kind of thing.
Definitely clears the guard, no problem.
No problem past the guard. I think they kick
Don't
the field
go
goal.
through. Don't go through. Oh, that was the worst possible luck. Oh, that's a dagger. You can see the vice skip on the team bow her head like, oh man, I can't believe that happened. All right, that's the steal.
That's a steal of 6 to make that score 10-0.
Yep.
And
back to sheet B.
We won't be discussing that any longer.
Let's go back to sheet B here. We've got
we've
still got that split house, but we've got Pittsburgh sitting shot rock behind a little bit of cover.
Yeah, actually, it's got some outer exposure, which is enough that it appears that
you're just going to play some sort of like heavy tap or freeze.
That doesn't feel like it's got even great for a freeze in my mind.
Yeah, it's tight, but they're holding it. From my vantage point, I think they're going to clear it. They're going to clear it.
Yeah,
by more than I think the skip thinks.
Do they have the weight? They're concerned about weight at the moment. They going to make it into the 4?
Nah.
Right. No,
almost.
Just a tad short. That also, unfortunately, fouls a future attempt at that redstone in the back 4. It's being a good, well-played game here. Wow, we have a concession on A.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I didn't see what happened there.
What did Benjo do in the 4th end? I didn't see it.
We didn't catch it. If anybody on the broadcast caught it, it'd be tough to because I don't think we even had cameras on it. But okay, well, congratulations to Team Green Eggs and Ham out of the Potomac Curling Club. They're going into the A event semis tonight at 6:30 against the winner of this game. And Broomstone, they're going to head down to the D event. And they're going to play, let's see, take a look at the bracket here.
9 a.m. tomorrow? Or is it a quarterfinal?
It's a Delta 3. Let's take a look real quick. Just bear with me, everybody. Sure. D3, they're playing tomorrow morning at 9. So they get the rest of the day off and then maybe a double dip tomorrow.
Maybe a double dip. All right, so we did get a report. The 4th end score, yellow took 1 with, red, Broomstone took the 1 to make it 8-1 to end that game.
So this here's Alyssa Parks' shot here. If it curls over, they could get a little
chip it in just enough.
Bump.
Well, it's already shot. Now it's going to
just a scooch wide.
Scoot through.
I like the weight on that if they hit it thin.
No, it's not. It's gone.
But unfortunately,
all the way through. Little too wide for that weight, or a little too heavy for that line. One of the two.
Yeah, I like that call. Pittsburgh still has the draw to the other side.
Yep, and it looks like they're going to play it. They kind of want to, it feels like they want to get the top of the button, or if they can get all the way behind the cover, the back of the button's fine too. I mean, there's 4 guards aligned up basically on the center line, so anything that gets in the house on the center line's not going away. Stone's on its way. Sweepers feel like they're trying to keep it out. I think I understand it. It feels like it's cutting deep.
It's sure. They're holding it.
They left themselves a lot of room, but I don't think they've got enough. Oh, just barely. Enough. Kisses off that 3rd of 4 stones in that center line and rolls into the top of the 12-foot.
So Misfits is going to get this is probably, I think, their 3rd crack at it.
Okay,
to bump the yellow
up,
back
just make it a little bit bigger, even though it's shot.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't get it this time, I think you abandon the shot because it's a makeable shot, but you know as well as I do, sometimes there's a shot that seems like, boy, we got to be able to make this. We
Yeah.
ought to be able to make this. Why can't we make this? What the hell? Why aren't we making this? And all of a sudden you're blinking and it's the skip stones and
The end is turned on
the
its
end
head.
is turned on its head. This is going to guard it up. It's a little short. I actually kind of like that. 2 reasons. 1, it guards up that stone, so it's pretty safe. 2, they aren't going to try that again. So that forces them to change their plan with the next stone, and is an opportunity to get a sip of beer.
More importantly, the 5th on the team has just delivered a beer for the skip for Misfits.
I mean,
So that's quite some quality team
priorities.
quality teamwork there.
Exactly. That's what 5ths are for, right?
That's right.
Carry the broom bag and provide the mid-game beer for the skips. Why does my 5th never bring me beer? All right, so we are looking at what Plan B.
They're going to
is
try that draw
do.
again, I think.
Not
Or
on
are they
that
going to play
line,
it in
not.
off?
This is
Where the broom's sitting, it looks like they're actually going to try to play it in off.
That's an interesting choice.
Yeah. I guess he doesn't think the draw's there, but I mean,
Which I feel like the draw
I think
is
it's there.
because you're gonna
that port's pretty big.
and even if you cut steep, you've got the red in the back of the forefoot that if you tap that as a catch, you're probably well, maybe not. You're on the.
Well, let's see. We could be. Well, he doesn't have the handle for the in off, so.
Well,
But the ice seems so tight.
What else is he doing then? Clearing something out? Clearing a guard? There's 4 guards in there. One guard clear is not gonna. Unless they're just planning on this stone staying straight.
Which it
is
kind of isn't.
It did until it didn't.
Yeah, it did until it started to slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
He's tapping up.
I didn't see that at all.
That is gutsy. That is well played. They didn't quite get enough juice on it.
Well, way to prove us wrong, guys.
But that was what he had in mind.
That was a gutsy call. He almost made that, too. Holy moly. And he still got one more to work with. Because that was just Constantin's first shot.
Yeah. All right, so yellow getting ready to throw their first of this 4th end of their skips, obviously. The skip and the vice are talking about it, and the second's coming down to express his opinion. I'm not sure if he was invited down or if he just kind of doing it. I'm going to tell you what I think because.
Well, we've noticed, too, that the 2 of them have been talking a lot, going back down the ice when the skip's ready to throw.
True that.
So maybe it's just kind of the rapport they have with each other when they play.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're going to run that red one or that yellow one on the top 12, and just move some things around a little bit. Don't hate it.
I'm not sure. I mean, yes, I agree. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I wouldn't try to come through
The draw again, and if
Yeah.
you're short, you
at the short
plug
least.
it
You're
up.
taking away their draw.
Yeah.
I feel like that because right now the situation over here on the left side of the center line is pretty good for you're keeping that shot stone that you've got in the forefoot.
And we've seen, Lord knows, you can hold the line on that shot.
Yeah.
Just based on what Pittsburgh threw the last one.
Right. So I feel like I draw to the other side and power one in there, but.
Hey.
They're in the A final. They're in the A quarterfinal of a national qualifier.
We're in the warm room,
Yeah.
just yapping around. So
Right.
What do we know?
Yeah. Stone is on its way. The sweepers are acting as though they've never seen this stone before in their lives and have no desire to associate with it. It is getting ready to. It's gonna tap, but I don't know that it's gonna.
A little too wide.
Yeah.
I think if they had carved that a little bit, tried to make it curl a little bit more, they would have hit it thicker.
Is there? Well, now, so interesting question though. Could it be a 2-stone play? Do they now have an angle to pop that yellow from the outside?
Yeah, he's throwing
with
the
their
draw.
final stone. Well, yeah, red is.
Oh.
I'm asking if yellow with their hammer.
Oh, that's right. Yellow gets one more shot. My apologies.
Right.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think they can definitely.
So it's a solid 2-stone play.
Yeah.
Now, what I don't know is, does that result in that yellow stone getting into B's second shot? It would depend on the spin at the end, because that red in the back of the forefoot might outcount it, depending on the result of that.
Yeah,
jam.
this could all be moot if Constantin sinks this draw.
True statement. definitely what he's attempting to do. He kind of pushed it out a little bit.
Yeah, I
on
noticed
the
that
release
too
in my
on the
mind.
release.
But that got him to the broom, frankly, because he was otherwise would have been a little narrow. So maybe maybe he just knows his delivery. It's coming. The line is solid. I'm not sure they've got the weight. They're moving it hard. They're trying to keep it moving. They're trying to keep it moving. They're trying to keep it moving. They got it.
Okay.
Done.
Great shot.
That was well executed.
It is open.
So the only problem with it is open.
But.
And a nose or even an inside roll is 2 for yellow. It was very well.
All things considered.
That was a very well thrown stone.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the result of that very well thrown stone is advantageous to the other team.
But you know, Alan, you got to make him, right? He's got to make this hit.
Absolutely.
So he's putting some sort of pressure on him to make this hit. If he hits it, it'll be a hit for 2.
Stone is on its way. Sweepers, okay, they've just started pushing, trying to keep the line straight. They're concerned about the cut.
Oh,
Device
it's really
is
going.
calling for it. It is, but I think they've got
they're
the
gonna
contact.
Get it. Great shot.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's nice.
Lovely.
That's 2 yellow. So that puts yellow up 3-2 after 4. This game started at 11:30, right?
It did. It started
so
right
we
on
are
time.
An
so
hour
we're
7 in.
It's gonna be tight.
They have 53 minutes to play 3 ends if they want to get 8.
Yeah.
Doable. For those of you who may not have been paying attention all weekend to this point, these games are on 2-hour timers. The end that the teams are on at the 2-hour mark, in this case, 1:30 p.m. That's the last end that they're on, even if it's not the 8th end of the game. So these teams they're okay on pace. They're not. They need to play expeditiously, but they do not need to rush.
Correct.
The games that are on C and D are still well with the 4th end left. They're probably not going to be on that 8-end pace.
And barring, well, at least I don't know. D could change. Who knows? Because
your point is valid. The
Yeah.
game on C is probably. I almost kind of feel like it's going to shake after this because I'm looking at the house and it's 2 red right now.
2 red now, yeah. And they're on Skip's Rocks.
Yeah. I have a sneaking suspicion that now it is a win and go home, win or go home rather.
Yep.
So you can just, if you're the team that's behind, you can justify saying, look, we're going to try to win mathematically, and you're entitled to. But you could also understand if they would go, we know when we're beat.
Yeah. Let's go have some brunch
Let's go have some brunch and
have a drink.
Get ready to drive back to Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game on D is still very much in contention.
Yeah, this sheet D is kind of turning on its head. We're sitting 3 red right now. Down to Skip's Rocks with some cover.
Yeah, 3, maybe even 4 red. No, that
yeah, 3. Christy Bellafontaine's team is playing a little bit of catch up here on this end. So.
Yeah. And now they do have hammer.
Yes.
So they got that going for them, which is nice. All righty. On our feature sheet, each team has thrown their first lead stone. It is pretty much standard playbook. Yellow put the first one on the center line. Red established a corner guard. It is a very high corner guard.
It is. Although, Alan, we were literally just talking about playing expeditiously. They have not played this end expeditiously. It seemed like Tom was in the hack for quite some time.
Yes.
So this is looking more like a 7-end game from my perspective, but guys, prove us wrong.
Still get there. They've got 50 minutes to play 2 3/4 ends.
All right.
It's doable. They have to nice little tap and wow, no, that spins out too far. I'm sorry,
Lady
we're talking
Luck.
about a shot
on
on
sheet C.
Lady Luck is smiling on red team Crab Benedicts, or alternatively
flipping off.
Alternatively, team Fabian's sacrifices to the gods were apparently rejected. Because if they didn't have bad luck, they wouldn't have any luck at all. The stone that they just threw was going for kind of a nice little tap kind of action, and everything was looking good right up until it just 2 degrees off and spun through to the point where red is still lying shot, already up 10-0. Red's getting ready to throw their last. They're, as one would expect, putting up a guard to protect that red stone. They're okay with just taking the 1. Am I lying? Or red lying 2?
Red's lying 2.
They've got 1 up in the top 12. Yeah. Red's lying 2, just to put a little bit of insult to injury.
Yeah, red's lying 2.
And yellow does not, in my opinion, have anything. If this guard is solid,
they've got
if this
double
guard
taps
is solid,
or something.
Yellow doesn't really have anything that I would want to throw.
Yeah.
If you're on the chat, sees an escape shot for yellow if red puts a good guard up on the left to right draw in front of the 8-foot, basically. Feel free to suggest your shot, because
yeah, tell us what you think, everybody.
I don't see it. I mean, this relies on red throwing a good guard. And, oh, hey, by the way, look, the stone's coming to rest as a good guard.
Speaking of good guards, we just had a pretty good guard thrown by Misfits. So they got a high guard, they got a medium guard, they got 1 on the button. So I think it's peel time for Plan B.
All right.
Olivia Koehler, the bean dip dynamo, ready to throw her rock here.
That would be bean dip industrial magnate.
If you're an industrial magnate, don't you get like a top hat or a monocle or something like that?
I believe so.
All right.
All right, so both games on C and D are at their hammers. Both teams' skips and vices are taking good hard looks at it, because both skips are in the proverbial world of hurt.
Christie's got a draw against 3, it looks like, to report.
Christie has a port draw against 3. Okay, so we have a suggestion on sheet C.
What do we got here?
Yellow, yellow, tap on the center line with a lot of prayer. Thank you, Dustin Devine. Yeah,
Dustin Devine from our friends in Pittsburgh.
I do not see a better alternative.
All right, here we go.
On the plus side, tap actually, even if it's a little heavy, it probably runs on that red, and you probably get 1.
1 anyway, yeah.
So if you execute that, judging from the broom, that's what they're throwing. I actually hope I want them to make this.
I want them to make this.
I want them to make this. I hope that they do.
Hey, that's a nice draw there on sheet B.
Right. Amanda Fabian, the skip for Team Fabian from the Jersey Pinelands Club, settling into the hack to throw her stone. She's let it go.
Keep an eye on that one. I'm also watching sheet
D here. I am not going to keep a look on it anymore because it is already over.
Christy Belafontaine just made a beautiful draw against 3. She just bit the 4-foot. That's a really great shot.
All right, so we had 1 successful shot and 1 not so successful shot.
And that's handshakes.
And that's handshakes on sheet C, because I believe red took 2.
They did.
Making that final score 12-0. Team Fabian gave that stone a run, got the tap, but the result was not what they needed. That's unfortunate. Our first team to actually leave the tournament is Team Fabian. Thank you very much for coming down. Amanda Fabian, Jess, Gallicchio, Nick Boyle, and Mariah Trisch from the Jersey Pinelands Curling Club. They had some good games.
They did, no doubt.
They
won a game. That's why they're here, right?
They won their second game. They lost their first game. They won their second game. And then they ran into a buzzsaw.
And like we just said, I mean, that 1 shot she had when she was sitting 6, you couldn't have had it come out worse luck-wise.
Yeah.
So that was just, I mean, that's really going to take a lot of wind out of yourself.
Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug.
No doubt, no doubt.
So they're going to come into the warm room, hopefully drink a mimosa or 2.
Yep.
I think lunch is still available if they want to have a little after-game snack.
Sure is, yeah.
And, talk through it and...
Yeah. And again, let's just not forget about the lovely draw that Christy just had against 3, biting the 4-foot. So that's a big swing shot that she just threw.
That is a huge swing shot. So that actually
puts them up 4, 6-2 halfway through
that game. Actually, probably more than
halfway through. Yeah.
All right, so we are.
Wow.
Let's look at our feature sheet. So
an impressive line.
Have you ever wanted to see a perfectly arranged line of yellow stones?
Yeah, break out the butler stick and line up the angle here.
That is, and actually they're just about evenly spaced too.
Yeah.
I mean,
wow.
I have seen military drill teams not quite that precisely aligned.
I'd expect like Pac-Man to come and just eat these 4
well,
yellow dots.
Funny you should mention that.
Is it?
Ian Andrew from Plan B appears to be planning on running the top one back, and however many of the other ones go is just a bonus.
He throws the line. This is going to be pretty cool.
He's not throwing the line,
he kind of dumped it, unfortunately.
He dumped. Yeah, he's going to miss the whole line, because if you miss the first one, you're missing them all. They're in line.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Let's see. Is Misfits Vice Alyssa Parks going to make it 5 in a row?
Please.
No. Denied. Actually, ironically, that shot over on the side is not a great idea because that provides an in-off. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's an in-off. It's not a great shot to throw.
Yeah.
But
I think I would maybe put one going the other way. If you're going to go to the side that's covered, right?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, and you got plenty of port.
But yeah, right. If she throws, 12 foot or 8 foot.
Yeah. Especially if she's just a little too deep.
Yeah.
Well, actually, a little too shallow.
I would just love to have seen just a guard right past the hog line. Just to look nice.
Just to continue the pattern.
Exactly.
Were you in the club when Sean Murray was a member?
Yes.
Yes. Do you remember Sean Murray used to do this drill? He would line up stones on the side and then just throw it.
Yep.
Blast them all up. So.
Yeah, I think we had about a 3-year overlap.
Yeah. All right, so that stone.
Well, that was high enough where I don't think it's going to do much damage.
Yeah, the most it would really probably do with the in-off. I don't think you're going to in-off to the one on the button.
No.
You could put yourself in line and say he's not even looking at it. He's saying, okay, we got to.
Let's just run this, clean this up.
Let's run some stuff off the top.
Yeah.
All right, that feels like a better release. He may have overcompensated the other way. No, it's fine. He's coming back nicely. He's going to make solid contact with the first one. Let's see how the pinball goes. Boop, boop,
1, 2.
boop, and boop.
He lined them all up again. Well, he hit it pretty straight, so we got to give him effort for that. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to say it. Well executed, sir. Yes.
Regretfully, you're still leaving yellow too. Yellow has a stone. Okay, now what are we doing? We are now.
I think they're drawing now to the other side.
To our left.
To our left. Yes.
Not with that broom. They'd pile on another over here on the right wing.
Oh, maybe they are. I don't know.
I mean, I agree, Jackie. It did sound cool. It looked cool. I hope you guys got the sound on the ambience because it was pop, 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 pop. It was very nice. It's like popcorn. It's kind of cool. Okay, so yeah, definitely it's a draw out to the right wing.
Yeah.
Although, is it clear of the drum line yet?
Yes.
Okay. They're sweeping it in. Okay, they're protecting the draw.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they deliberately called this guard, but
It's a fine shot.
They don't mind it in the slightest.
No.
And actually, those did not look like volleyball. You messed up, but we're going to shake your hand. Anyhow, hand pats. Those looked like well-shot hand pats.
Yeah.
So they're good with that. All right. So
do you get one more crack at trying to peel some of that stuff, or you just start going in now?
It looks like they're.
I think they're drawing.
I'm not. Okay, they're tight line draw.
Yeah, I guess.
Tight line tap hit. I don't agree with that.
No, I don't either.
The possibility of wrecking on one of the top two. They're not going to wreck on the third one in the line.
No.
Because it's actually just barely over to the right. But the top two are. Oh no, actually that's a draw line. That's much wider than we thought they were calling. So yeah, so this is an attempt to draw, probably a cut down draw. Frankly, they're not going to. They don't think they can get to the button. I don't think. I think they want to cut over in front of that current yellow. maybe get a corner freeze kind of thing so they can consider popping it on the second stone. Because it's only the first stone, right? Yes. Something of that nature. Is in the slot.
Well, the line is looking good, but it's light.
This is
yeah.
not adequately. This is not adequately speeded.
Well, it's going. Well, it's still going though.
Yeah.
It's going to cut it down at least.
Be enough. Is it going to? Oh, it kisses off of that. The roll.
Cut down one at least. Can't tell if it's second or third.
Oh yeah. Okay. Took out that third. Yeah. You're right. I don't know. It's also pretty. Well, actually, that's a dangerous exposure. Isn't
Yeah, it's dangerously exposed. I don't think you want to touch that one.
Yeah. No. In fact. Team Misfits is looking at the right to left draw.
Yeah, throw a draw. Go full 12. I'm sitting 2.
Perversely around that guard that they put, which is getting in their way on the draw.
Yeah, you sit top 12 or better. I think you're looking pretty nice here. Steal in 1 is perfectly good, and it could be a measurement for a steal of 2, if everything stands as is right now.
Which
yeah.
feels likely as long as nothing ends up inside what's currently in the house. But we shall see what it is that occurs in approximately 45 seconds as Josh Newborn is
shaking his head. I don't know if he's confident with this. He likes it, but he's going to do it.
He's going to do it. I think he's settling hit weight or draw weight in his head.
Got it.
Do all the things. Take a second, square yourself in the hack, and get it gone. Stone is on its way. It's definitely an attempt at a draw. I'm not sure he's past the guard. Yeah, he is. He's actually still drifting out. Weird. Okay. Stone's coming in. It might be heavy.
Pretty heavy. I think it's going to flash through.
It doesn't kiss a kiss. It's settling in the back 12. No.
No, and it's through. Okay. All right. It's now hammer 4. Constantin Koehler from Plan B, Team Plan B at a Pittsburgh Curling Club.
What is Plan B's Plan A?
Plan B's Plan A, I think, is to raise that red one.
Okay.
I mean, given where the broom is,
yeah, but
he can probably see almost all of it.
That's not a tap shot.
Oh, he's running it.
He's running. He's taking a run. This is a dangerous run because if he overcurls and flashes that red out of there, he's giving up a yellow 3. Now, on the other hand, if he makes it, he's going to take a 1. So, I mean, risk-reward time. Constantin Koehler's stone is on its way. Sweeper got on it immediately. I don't like the line. I don't think the line clears the line. Am I wrong?
Kisses the guard.
Yeah, it's a guard kiss.
All right, so, okay, Alan, we definitely got to steal a 1.
Hold on. Steal a 1, steal a 2, steal of 3. Well,
steal a 1. Steal of 2 for sure. It's definitely not 3 because that red one's clearly out.
No, you're right. You're absolutely correct.
But we don't know.
Did he just tap that red accidentally? Okay,
nope.
They've got a decision, whatever.
We don't know what it is, but.
We know yellow got 1. Our AV tech thinks he got 2. And our AV tech is correct.
It is 2. Good call.
Dylan correctly said it's 2, and he's already pounded it in there. He had his finger over the 2 before.
he was ready to go, eh?
He's like, I got this. I know. So that makes the score 5-2 in favor of Team Misfits from literally everywhere as we enter the 6th end. 36 minutes to play 2 ends. Doable. Solidly doable. They can't dilly or dally.
Nay.
But they have enough time to proceed in appropriate fashion.
And you like that? You like a center guard there this late, up 3?
I don't mind it.
Yeah, it's kind of in the middle.
We're not really in end game yet.
Yeah.
And we're in a situation where red has 2 hammers to year 1 if we play all the remaining ends. So, you still, I feel like you still play your traditional strong game, and that's how
Sure.
they've been. That's how they've been.
Yeah, every end started up
yeah,
this way.
that's
Right.
the opening they play. That's that's their
Yeah.
Queen's Gambit accepted. So I guess that would probably be Queen's Gambit refused because they didn't come in the house.
Yeah, you're right. I think right.
Whatever.
We know what you meant.
I don't.
Oh. They're going to get it over. They are going to get that over.
It's going to be yet another high corner guard. This looks an awful lot like previous ends.
Indeed.
That have started exactly this way. By and large, let's see, what happened the last time we played this? That was the 4th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last time we played this,
this setup,
this opening, yellow took 2, so okay. Although in this case, they do not have hammer. Last time we did this, I think they had hammer. They did have hammer. So we're looking, I think we were looking for a draw behind.
Looks a little tight from my vantage point.
Looks a lot tight from my vantage point. Well,
they're correcting it.
The sweepers have the sweepers.
Yeah, look at that. They cleared it by a mile.
The sweepers joysticked that a
Wow.
solid 6 inches.
I didn't think that had a chance out of his hand.
And now it's going to cut to the finish. So
pretty nice.
That's well executed.
I liked how Tom patted Alyssa on the back because he knew that they were the guys. He and Alyssa and
he knew that the
Justin definitely
made
that shot.
Yep. All right, so now Rob
Regets
asking Constantin. No, I'm sorry. Yes, no, Constantin.
Constantin's asking Rob.
You're right. I keep reading these lists upside down. Are asking for at least a tap, probably a hit, honest to goodness hit on that stone behind the cover in the top 8. Okay, he likes the line. He says it's got a curl, but the sweepers are cutting it straight. I don't know why the sweepers are cutting it straight if he has to curl. That may have been a sweeping error.
Yeah, I agree.
And sufficient to the point where I think he's going to flash on the outside.
Weight was lovely, though.
Yeah, everything would have been beautiful for that stone, except I think the cut, the straight
the
instead of the cut
sweeping
was not. That was which was not what the skip asked for. So it was a sweeper error in my mind. That's where I would check that off on the little what happened there box. So
when they do their post-game analysis, of course.
Yeah, if their coach is on it.
Yeah.
Josh is doing he's calling for kind of a light split, is what he asked for from Justin. Basically, take that stone that's on the center line, split it over.
Pile him in.
No, he actually.
Well, I mean, like you split
he
it.
literally called for a
he?
split tap. That's his broom was. I want you to move. He wants he wants to move the stone that's currently in the house about 3 feet at kind of an oblique angle over here to the edge of the 4-foot, and the shooter roll over to the other side of the other side of the 4-foot.
Well, just a little light. Well, the weight was pretty good.
It's gonna be more of a freeze than a move. Didn't even get to the freeze.
Nope.
That was just a little light on that. The shot was valid. It was a little late. They are staggered, so if you can get a oomph in here with enough, they both go. I think. You may have to cross nose to go, but he's on a line to cross nose, I think.
Yeah, we know they can hold that. They've held that line a bunch of times already, so it's a doable
shot. I actually feel like they need to not hold it in this case. They need to get it to. She
tight
laid that tight.
Yeah.
That's already, if that stone's already touching the center line, it's already touching the top guard. It's a guard peel. Yeah, actually, it's a guard raise now.
It's a guard raise, sure.
Is it going to make any contact with anything in the house? Is it going to go all the way through? Is it going to stop in the back 12?
It's going to skirt through.
It skirts through.
All right.
Okay. So guard replace.
We got a hammer on sheet.
Hammer on sheet D here
Delta.
in the 5th end. Red lying 2.
With
hammer. Red throwing hammer. Red drawing for 3, which would make it a 6-5 game after 6. The skip for Just Drew It is in the house. He's preparing to just draw it. There's nothing in the way. There's no guards to pull around. There's no backing. It just needs to be a clean, clear, touch the 8-foot.
Touch the 8-foot and you're gold. That looks pretty hot to me.
Stones on the way. The sweepers aren't touching it. Oh, I take that back. The sweepers are touching it now.
I think it's for line.
Yeah, okay. Now they're correcting that. It's cutting across. Is he maybe going to... Uh-oh. Is this going to be an uh-oh? It's a nothing.
It's a nothing. Okay, it's 2 red.
Nothing happens. 2 red, 6-4, emotional wreck over Just Drew It after 6. That game is in, actually that game, oh no, I'm sorry, it's after 5, isn't it?
It's after 5. They're ready to start the 6th.
They have precisely 30 minutes to play 2 ends if they're going to go 8. That's technically on budget, but not likely.
Not likely.
Ooh, nicely
boom,
snuck
boom.
past another series of line stones. The back one go bye-bye. Now, the stones this time are a lot closer.
Yes. But they also look a lot straighter.
Last end, the line was spread
beautifully
out
spaced
over
out.
Yeah, over the entire the entire playing zone.
Yeah.
Now they're all bunched up within.
Could have like set a
within
fence
3 or
with
4 feet
those
of
where
that.
they were spaced.
Exactly. But
I still like the Misfits. I'm loving the position I'm in right now.
I do not mind it one bit.
I
am ahead by 3. I am in the 6th end of what is maybe an 8-end game, maybe only a 7-end game. Hard to say.
Got the center protected. I mean, it's looking
protected
like
well.
a force at worst right now.
Yeah, this is not a bad place to be.
So this shot, I think, is just to shrink the scoring area down. I like it.
Or it's just to prevent carry on the tap. It's not put enough energy in the system to tap everything. At least it has a significant difference.
Okay.
So now it's a 4-line,
Four line
again,
again, which we just
All
right, Constantin wants
now
by Skip Ian to throw some heat at this guy.
Technically, red has 3 stones left. If they bounce this line correctly all 3 times, they end up controlling the house.
Yeah.
If that's how everything goes.
You think he's thinking, though,
Yellow
maybe
wouldn't play that.
No, they wouldn't. All right, he wants to do. I would think he was thinking, should we start drawing in now? But I think he wants to take one more crack at it.
I feel like that's a tight line. That's a tight ask for that. Yeah, now if he knows the vice tends to push on his hits, that was not a, that was a fairly clean release.
Yep.
Although it's halfway down and it hasn't started cutting back yet.
There it goes. Oh, there it goes. That's wrecking.
Here comes the, is it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, hard wreck.
Yeah.
Hard wreck. I mean, if you want to call it a guard peel, it's a guard peel, but the guard peel was not what was requested. So, yeah, we agree with you, Jackie. Why not draw? Draw is probably the smarter call at this point. But as you know, 5 and unders get serious cases of hititis. And,
and now
they tend to chase the hits.
Yeah. Well, Josh Newborn is wisely calling to shrink that drawing spot down by just drawing top 12. And here comes Alyssa Parks with her rock here in end number 6.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's okay.
Yeah, he knows highs. High's all right. High's all right.
Yeah, he's got to be very
high.
Like, I don't think he has house.
It's also
here.
too. Ooh, it's over curling too.
Is that going to cut in and join the line?
Unfortunately, not.
Quite. It
all right.
Creates a gaggle.
So yeah, Constantin's really
now. There's no
obsessed with getting this.
Well, at the moment he has 3 stones remaining. Like I was saying earlier, if he successfully pop each time, by the time you get to that last stone, it's his stones he's popping. So I mean, it's viable.
Yeah, I still like the draw.
I think since it's open, I take one more
crack
hard
at it.
shot at it and see. He's lied. The device is overcorrected a lot. Is he going to accidentally?
I think he's going to hit the outer one. Or no?
No. Oh well.
He
okay,
hit it,
but
that. Now he changed
now it's
one
2
line
lines.
into 2 lines.
Okay. All right. So we are now running some skip stones here in the 6th end. That's a draw line.
Yeah, that's a draw line.
That's
no doubt.
Yeah, everybody on this chat. We agree with everybody on the chat who's saying, why not draw, please. I believe the players have heard. Your voices have been noted. This appears to be
We're with you
a
guys.
draw. Or at least an attempt at a draw. Whether it is a successful draw, I do not know. I will know in a few seconds. Plenty of room. I mean, you could even pick and still miss the guard pile at this point. Does it have the weight to get in? Yes. It's going to be a top 12.
Yeah, you want to leave it high.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't
Great
know.
shot.
I wasn't sure it had the house.
That's a really good shot.
It's, yeah, that's
See,
fine.
now here's the other issue that you ran into since you weren't
chip
playing
that
the.
and spin in.
Yeah, but now since you weren't that now, yeah, it's a harder shot now. So if you were playing the draw the first time, then Misfits would be chasing if you executed it, and now Constantin and Pittsburgh are chasing
a
down 3 with.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everything's so high up. It's going to be
Yeah.
hard to eventually get down closer.
Yeah, they don't have enough stones to really do anything incremental anymore. It appears that an in-off is the call, Jackie, or this might just be a clean. Now, this is an in-off call. This isn't a clean hit call, I don't think. I don't see a clean hit with anything. So this is an attempt to in-off off the stone.
It's a
off
tight
here to
port
the right. It is
to do that. It's already over curling, it looks like.
I think we're wrecking on the. Oh yeah, we're
Yeah,
hard
we're
wrecking. Tap through, so it doesn't really hurt anything, other than the fact that your stone remaining count is now decremented by 1. You have 1 remaining. Yellow is lying 3, still preparing to throw their final stone.
Alan, why not go the other way? Why not try to go to the other side and sit higher up on that way? Because I think the outlet Constantin has is he can draw to the outside. He only needs to get 8 foot. He can get it if he goes edge of the 12 foot on the opposite side of the house.
So the one nice thing that you've got going for you to not do that shot if you're the Misfits is Constantin hasn't thrown that shot yet.
Yeah.
So you got to get it right. Now you're right; it's a huge scoring area, but they may be going. They may be challenging him. You know, hey, you've been throwing hits all in. Find draw weight. And if this has the weight, it's going to close the scoring area down some. Even now, it's not. It's going to guard, or maybe a tap. Yeah, it's a guard. I mean, it prevents any.
No, it's touching now. Now it's draw
Is it
against
touching?
4.
It is
Yeah.
draw against 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so the challenge has been set for Plan B skip Constantin Koehler. Your
Gotta go
mission,
the same way.
Your mission: find the full 8 foot, and they are choosing a right to left draw line. Makes sense. They don't have the high guard to deal with. There's no risk involved.
No, now they can't tap it in more. It
They can't
doesn't
make the
matter.
situation any worse.
Yeah.
So it's just a how good is your draw. If they get full to the 8 foot, they take 1. If they get half to the 8 foot, it's a cut to 1. If they get full in the blue, it probably cuts to 2 or 3. If they miss the house altogether, it's
I think it's
4 of
handshakes.
yellow and probably handshakes. The stone
Here we go.
is on its way. It has plenty of width.
I think
So
it's light from my angle.
I concur that it's light. Now, the sweepers have done a pretty good job getting stuff glidey in the past. I feel like I would probably go get that third broom out there, which there's argument about whether it works or not, but it's at least worth trying because this feels like it's going to be short.
They're dragging it. They're dragging it.
They're
dragging
drag.
it.
Boy, are they dragging.
Man, what?
They
I think
dragged it
it's.
to at
I
least a
don't
measure.
know.
They drug it to at least a measure.
Alyssa pointed to 1. That is a game saver.
They're giving it the 1 red.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure Alyssa just conceded the 1 red there.
That was a game saver.
Yes. That was a hero sweep.
Yeah.
By the
By
front
Rob
end, by the front end planet, Rob and Olivia. That was a hero sweep. One less inch and
Yeah.
So that makes it 5-3.
5-3.
Yes, 5-3 after 6. Now they did play that end fast enough. They have
they picked up the pace quite a bit.
They have 20 minutes to finish this end.
Yeah, I remember saying earlier it started off slow, but the pace picked up quite well.
So they're in a strong position to get to play 8 if they want it and need it. Okay, you're down 2. You do not have hammer. You probably have hammer in the 8th unless you steal here. Or I guess unless there's a blank.
Yeah.
What's your plan if you're plan B? What's your plan A for plan B?
If I'm plan B, I kind of like starting off with a guard. I like either playing. I think I want to go aggressive for a steal here.
So you want to do steal? You want to steal one?
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, a 4s isn't too bad.
Sure.
But I'd rather be trying to steal 1 rather than to come back against 3.
Fair. So let's
Three's tough.
Let's check in and see what's going on. What happened on sheet D while we're doing this? They're
on Vice
They're
Rocks.
still working their way through the 6th end on Vice Rocks. They're probably not playing at a pace to play 8 ends. However, Yellow from Potomac, the emotional breakdown is
Emotional Rex.
Emotional Rex. I'm sorry, you're
yes.
right. Is having an emotional breakdown because they're staring at 3. Now that was a well-executed little tappy kind of thing. The only problem is the stone is exposed. Although the gentleman from the other team, whose name is apparently Gaudet, judging by the name on the back of his jersey, is
going to play that hit.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? Okay.
Yep.
At one point I thought he was calling for the draw, but no, that's a hit line. Never mind. So now Emotional Wreck is up 2. So since this game is probably only going 7, they're okay with giving up 1. They're okay with giving up 2. They're okay-ish with giving up 3.
Yeah.
It's not their desired scenario, but that would put them down 1 with a survivable situation. Giving up 4 would be a huge
That would
issue.
be a dagger.
And right now, well, do they have? No, they have hammer this end. Emotional Wreck has hammer.
Yes.
So, okay, so this is not a situation where hit.
Correct.
Hit.
Yeah, this is their skips
Oh,
first
and
shot.
a flash.
Wow. That was, I didn't see that coming.
That is.
Yeah.
We don't have that on the stream, so the viewers didn't see that.
So we still got, let's cut back
go.
real quick
All right, so now we got a split house.
Oh, we got a split house now? Okay, good.
Split house view now.
So while they're figuring that out, let's take a look back at the sheet on our feature sheet on B here.
All right, we got 1 in the back 12, 2 guards, and we are on second lead stones.
Yep, and looks like we're already racing to the center.
Apparently so. So that's underway now. All right. So
yeah, it's on here.
Meanwhile, over on sheet D, Christy has made her mind up and is. What is she doing with that broom? I don't understand.
She's playing some sort of like.
Up. I don't know that I understand what the call is.
Yeah, some sort of like heavy-ish tap draw kind of thing. I don't know. I can't tell.
Cross-face light tap, sacrifice her yellow to put her in on the button?
No, I don't think that. I hope that's not the call.
Well, with hammer and that high center guard, it's not high, with that center 3 guard, it's defendable. Because right now, red is definitely shot, and red is arguably second shot. Well, Christy Stone's on the way, so whatever's going to happen is going to happen. The question is, she past the top guards? I don't think she is. I think she's popping.
She's wrecking on that center guard.
She's wrecking on that center guard. Although did that come out wide enough to guard her shot stone? Or not shot stone, it's third shot. Or second shot. It's not guarding it anyhow.
Yeah. Well, here is.
So if I'm Just Druid, okay, Just Druid is putting up a guard. Logic being that protects is certainly 1, probably 2. Alternatively, he's considering the hit that he missed last time. I think this is an attempt to hit, which probably has him laying. Actually, he would be laying 4.
So I was figuring out. Let's take a quick gander back at the other sheet. We got 2 tight games going on right now.
Yes.
This is pretty nice to see, especially. This has been our second close game on the webcast, so Thank you, teams, for giving us some
all right, so this is
marvelous games.
This is a draw in, trying to get
Line's
to center
looking
line.
great.
Did they handle this reverse?
No, I don't think.
No,
I
it
don't think.
just didn't.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Great
grab
sweeping
look
there to
just
get
didn't-
shot
just
rock.
didn't go. All right, so the stone is on the way on sheet D. Like I said, he's attempting to hit the stone that Christie.
That looks pretty quiet to me, Alan.
Third. That does feel kind of quiet to me, and currently it's also very wide, if I'm not mistaken. It's coming back. I think it's got enough. He's just drawing in.
Wow. Okay.
Ballsy.
Quite.
Lies three. That was gutsy.
That was gutsy.
Okay, so what does Christie do here?
This is hammer, right?
This is hammer.
Oh boy.
Red is almost certainly definitely, no question, lying 2. Almost certainly
I think
lying
they're 3.
Yeah, almost certainly lying 3. Does she have enough to get in and tap that stone on the button? Does she have a path to it, or is her guard in the way? Her guard in the way? I can't really see if she can clear the guard. She didn't clear the guard the first time. Stone on the way here on sheet B, as we're rolling our way through seconds stones. And it is going to come in, and I feel like that's going to just flash on the outside. Yep, it shot the gap between the two yellows. It's going to skitter unmolested through the house, and that didn't change a thing. All right. Meanwhile, Christie's still staring at trying to figure out what to do over there on sheet D. It's very definitely an open question.
There's quite a crowd also looking behind the glass on sheet D, because this is I don't envy her position here.
It's a puzzle, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw this up to the overhead so I can see it better.
So, guys, also keep your eyes peeled on sheet B. This end is also shaping up pretty interestingly here. We want to thank the 48 viewers we have right now for watching the Potomac Curling Club's Brunch Spiel, a USWCA 5 and under open event. Winner goes to the USCA National 5 and under in Hibbing, Minnesota.
And that's what Plan B and Misfits are still competing for.
Correct.
The game over on sheet D, just drew it, an emotional wreck, is in the B event. So those guys have already been eliminated from qualifying for nationals. They're just playing for the B event title, which is still something.
Still something, yeah. I would love to be in a B event.
I'll take a B event championship
No
any day
doubt.
of the week. But Christie right now is in a situation where she is very definitely doing she doesn't know what to do, and I don't blame her for
I don't blame her. This is a tough decision.
I don't know what to do. All right, I think based on that broom, the idea is going to throw a back four-ish weight tap. It's going to tap on that yellow on the button.
Mm-hmm.
It probably still gives red 1.
That's fine.
But red 1 is perfectly
They're only
acceptable.
playing one more
and
end after this, right?
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
Even if it gives red 2, you're effectively coming home in the final end with the hammer tied.
Yep.
That's not a bad spot.
Yep.
That's a perfectly acceptable result.
You cut it down, you're okay.
Yeah. 3 is a problem. 2 is acceptable. 1 is great. If he cuts it to 1, it's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
And if you accidentally score 1, congratulations.
Yeah.
All right. Stone is on its way. Sweepers aren't touching it yet. They're still not touching it. They're close. They're on standby. Now here comes the scrub. Scrubbing it in, bringing it across. It's crossing the hog line. I think this is for
clear the
weight more than
guards.
line. We clear all the guards. We're in. We're touching things. We're gonna pop and no.
Oh, that's gonna be
That's
3.
3 red.
Okay. Gallant effort.
Yep.
She hit it just a little thin.
Yep. So is now down 7-6, going into what will certainly be their final end. It is 120, 130. It is 120, 130 is the cut time that's only 10 minutes. You're not going to play an end in 10 minutes.
No, you are not.
So that is this will be their final end. Christie needs to figure out how to score 2 to take the game, which would mean that Potomac was a horrible host this draw if that occurs.
Ooh, and Alyssa Parks almost sunk in a really pretty draw to the 4-foot. But they're still sitting 1 and 2. So
yes,
they're looking in pretty good shape right now.
Yeah, this is not their last draw. It's their last end. It's
nope.
the 7th end. They're on pace because they've only got Skips.
They only got,
now, right?
yeah, they're down to Skips Rocks
yeah,
right
so
now.
they got 9 minutes to throw 4 stones.
Yeah.
That should be a sufficient amount of time. Misfits up 5-3 over Plan B. And like we said, currently lying 2. And with, yellow had, Misfits have hammer also. So put it all together, they're feeling like they're in a pretty strong position at the moment. The only real problem is that the yellow section shot is exposed. And that is what Plan B is
Constantin's
going
trying to
for.
take care of here.
Yeah, he's trying to remedy that situation. He's got the hit. He's going to roll to the outside. Is he going to stick around? He's going to stick around, but he is not shot. He is. That stone just rolled into 3rd shot.
Yeah.
Is that yellow stone in the back 8?
Yellow stone in the back 8 is definitely shot stone.
Yeah, it's definitely shot. That's not a question. My question is
it's pretty buried.
Accessible? It's pretty buried.
Yeah.
You could maybe, if you're confident in your right to left draw, you could maybe get a tap, because all you need to do is tap it about 1.5 feet, and red would be lying 2. But that's delicate. And Alyssa and
are they going to hit this guy? It looks like. I think they're trying to take this one off.
Alyssa and Josh have agreed on something.
I think they're hitting this red one.
Okay, and that may be that's a cut down shot.
Yeah.
They're confident that yellow stone that they have is shot is probably going to remain in the mix. They're okay with giving Plan B 1. Plus they've got hammer, so sure. Make it so that when you're ahead, removing the other team's stone, fine. They're on it hard. I think they're concerned. Is it going to hold it?
They're holding it.
They're trying to hold it. They
They're
got
holding
it.
it.
They have the hold. Yep, they got the hold.
He's going to get. Oh, they did it just at the end. I thought they had it.
He overheld it to the point where he got the. Oh no, he didn't. Never mind. He didn't. It didn't hold well enough. It wrecked the guard.
And it also bringing that guard over to the center line. If they were going to try to play that draw for the inside out, it kind of shrunk it up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's still there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think they should treat that for shot rock, but now this opens the door also for Plan B to draw full 8 coming from that side.
Although I point out
or tap, they could tap it too.
Yeah,
if
but
it
that would only be a shot for 1.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way right now, unless they could play. Could they play a split? Split's not really viable here. You're not going to split enough to get both of those reds.
If I'm playing B, I'm perfect. I mean, hey, stealing 1 is great right now, right? So take the draw, make him chase, and then force Misfits to try to throw a draw against that, the shrunken scoring area.
True. If they're in got to steal mode, which is they're in. It's not past the guards, I don't think.
I don't think so
either. It's
either.
Be a tap up. Is it going to tap it up?
I don't think there's enough juice.
Not with the angle.
Okay, here we go.
That's a problem. Yellow has clinched a 1. I mean, barring doing something stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how that would work.
Which I've been there, done that. Oh, I could give red 2 from this situation easily. Hell, I actually see a shot that I could throw that would give red 5. I wouldn't do it on purpose, but ask anybody from Potomac. You know I am capable of making that mistake. I feel like you draw from the left to the right. You come between the yellow and the red that are up the top of the 12.
I agree 100%.
If you get a second point, hooray. If you don't, it's not the end of the world.
Right.
And it appears to me like that's precisely what the shot
And
is.
that's what they should be throwing, no doubt.
I feel like I might have about 3 or 4 more inches of room on that,
Yep.
but this is defendable. It's fine.
All right, Josh Newborn, he's the skip for the Misfits, and he's drawn for 2 here in end number 7.
Which probably puts the game, I mean, it won't be over.
It won't be over, but it'll be much.
but
I'd be much more
the-
comfortable
put
if
the
I'm
game-
on dump
Put
3.
the game in a relatively out of reach situation.
Mine looks good.
Stones on the way, line is fine, weight is almost certainly fine.
That's really nice.
That's
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Well done, sir.
All right. Well, with
Take
that,
your 2. Move
Alan,
on.
I got to split. I got to head back.
You
so
got to go get a car.
I got to go get a car, and more importantly, my dog's got a play date at 2 o'clock. So
Oh, wow.
got to do that too. Yeah.
Priorities.
tight. I know.
I
right?
understand.
Well,
All right,
thanks.
thanks a lot, Joe.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it.
Catch you on the flip side.
Enjoy the rest of the game, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. All right, so I guess I'm bringing it home solo. I didn't know I was doing that. Okay, it's all good. We're coming home here in the last ends of both of these games. The game on sheet B, our feature game, Misfits is up 7-3, so they're basically just going to be in a keep the other side from scoring a bunch mode. Over on sheet D, if we could get a split on that, because that last end is coming down to the buttons here, and Just Druid is looking pretty strong right now. They have shot. Yellow probably has second stone in the back of the house, and we are down to, how deep into this are we? Are we in skips yet? No, not even. We're on first vices. No, we're actually on last seconds. Last second stone here, Emotional Wreck. They do have the hammer. This stone appears like it was too heavy and is going to skate on through everything, not changing the situation dramatically. So basically, Emotional Wreck is endeavoring to make sure that they have a draw line to tie the game and bring it to Skips Rocks, is pretty much what they've got in mind. All right, let's take a quick gander here in our feature game on sheet B. We are working our way through. Both teams have 1 in the house. Yellow needs to defend against red getting a 4. A stone in the house is a problem for red because yellow can hit that. There's no guard protection. And it looks like that's definitely being done. The Misfits are pipping that out and rolling over behind. So yellow lies 2. More importantly, red only has 7 stones remaining to score 4. Over on sheet D, just drew. Another one in, they're lying 2. That game, Emotional Wreck trying to figure out how to, if they can get 2, that'd be great. They need to at least get 1 to bring it to a skip draw at the end. See how it goes. Over here on sheet B, the plan B second is throwing a stone. I'm not sure why he was coming into the house on that. That was a weird choice. And worse, he's going to slide through the house. That's actually the lead. I'm sorry, that wasn't the second. That was their lead, throwing through. And that's... They now have 6 stones to attempt to score 4 points. They're rapidly running out of material. Over on sheet D, Emotional Wreck throwing another stone, and this one again appears to me to be gonna be too heavy and is gonna skate through. That is exactly what happened. This is not a great opening of the end for Emotional Wreck. Yellow just piled a third stone into the house. Plan B's starting to have a problem. They got to make 4, which usually requires guards. But not only do they have to make 4, they also have to deal with the 3 that Yellow's got in. That's an issue. All right, it is now 1:30. It is official. These will be the last ends. So, I mean, B's in the 8th end anyhow, but the game on D will end after this game. We've kind of known that was going to be the case for a while. It's now official. The bell has rung. Red over on sheet D just drew it, drawing another one in. So now Emotional Wreck is facing 3, probably. Maybe it's only 2. There's the one in the back of the 12 might be out counting that third one. Hard to say. Either way, it doesn't matter. They got to get 1 or more. Christy Belafontaine trying to decide what to do. She's calling for the draw again. All right, plan B goes to hit and remove a couple of those yellows, pops them around, moves the house around, keeps their shooter in place. That's important. Maintains the stone. That's useful. Does kind of put a couple stones in the back of the house. Might be able to get some sort of catch, but things are starting to look hard. Yellow looking to just take that out. They don't even care if they bump one of their yellows out on the way. They just want to remove stones. Stone is on the way. It is, if they can hold it, cool. Otherwise, it's a flash on the inside. They're through the gap. Cleanly through the gap. Doesn't touch anything on the way by. Red has a glimmer of life. They have 6 stones remaining to score 4 points. One of those points is already in the house. It's not scoring at the moment, so they still got to deal with that. But it's at least in the house, and it's at least in play. Can't score if you don't have a stone in play. Second stone was going in. It was asked to make a hit. That flashed through the house. That's a problem. They now only have 4 more stones to deliver. 1 stone in the house. Need to get 4 points. They lose 2 more stones. This game is over. Over on sheet D, Emotional Wreck has a stone now in the edge of in the 12-foot that could potentially be a raise candidate if all the draw lines are closed down. Right now, all the draw lines are closed down. Just Drew It is looking to take that stone out. The shot is on the way. I feel like it's exceptionally wide. That's because it is exceptionally wide. That's a clean miss on the outside. Well, Just Do It, that's fine in Just Drew It's mind because they're in the position they need. They just need to bring it home. Okay, Emotional Wreck, Christy Belafontaine, considering her first stone. Looks like she may be looking at trying to take out both of those reds that are currently first and second, which would leave her shot if that is successfully accomplished. So the hope is to do a double on the 2 stones that are currently 1-2, one biting the 4-foot, one biting the 8-foot, just to the right of the center line. She's in the hack, centering on that. Meanwhile, Plan B throwing their next stone, hoping against hope to be able to manufacture a 4. Got a pop. Takes out a yellow, remains in play, so that's important. If that red stone goes and doesn't score, this game is over. And that is why Josh Newborn is asking Alyssa Parks to remove that stone. This could be the last shot of the game. Christy Belafontaine's stone is on its way over on sheet D. It's coming in. She's looking to execute the hit. She's past all of the guards. She's got the top. She's got the clip. She did not get either of those stones out of being 1-2. She moved them around, but she did not get them out. So red is still lying 2. The yellow stone is still there. And meanwhile, on sheet B, the takeout was successful. That ends this game due to material. Misfits defeats Plan B 7-3. So Misfits moves on to the A event semifinals. Well, they'll run into the buzzsaw from Potomac, Green Eggs and Ham. That'll be this evening. I don't remember the exact time. I'm sorry. So all we have left at this point is the game on sheet D, which is coming down to the wire. Just Druitt, who has the 1-point lead, is preparing to throw their final stone. They currently have 2 in the house. Christy Belafontaine, skip for Emotional Wreck, needs to get a 1 to tie the game and bring it to Skip's draws. There is not an easy draw line at the moment. She does have a raise candidate, although Just Druitt, Skip Gaudette is planning on taking that out. Now, he tried earlier and missed this hit, so let's see what he does this time. Stone is on its way, looking for the hit. He's got his sweepers on it hard as though he's got a problem. I think he's concerned about line. As long as he's got contact, he doesn't much care. He's got the hit. That's a takeout, so Christy Belafontaine's job is simple. Find a draw line that touches the 4-foot to bring this game to Skip's Rocks. Or else her tournament is over. That is what this stands. The loser of this game is eliminated. The winner will continue on in the B event. So all Christy needs to do, all she needs to do is bite the 4-foot. All she needs to do is bite 4-foot. So it's not. The problem is because of that red up in the top 12, it's not a trivial draw by any stretch of the imagination. All right, Christy's happy with her broom. She's got the call. She's coming down to do the play. All right, so this is the last shot of the game, last shot of this draw, and probably the last shot of the tournament for one. Well, maybe not. If Christy makes this, they both have a Skip's draw left. Otherwise, the last shot of the tournament for Christy Belafontaine and the Emotional Wreck team. All right, she has pushed out. Stone is on its way. I am not thrilled with the speed. That feels a little swift to me. Sweepers are not touching it at all. Okay, so now there's some sweep coming. They need to get past that top guard, and then they need to stop. They are on line. They might get past the guard, but I don't think they've got the weight. They don't even get past the guard. They wreck the guard. That is a score of 3 red, possibly 2. Call it 2 red. 2 red. That's the end of the game. Final score 9-6. So that wraps up our coverage here. For Joe Rockenbach, who had to leave earlier, I'm Alan McNeil, and thank you. I don't know who's broadcasting the next draw. There's nobody signed up. If you're interested, show up and do it. Otherwise, we'll talk to you later. Have a great day. We will at least have the cameras on showing the games. We just may not have any commentary. So talk to you all later. Have a wonderful evening. This has been the Brunch Spiel here at Potomac Curling Club. Thank you very much.